My name is Timothy Jacob Daniels, but you can just call me TJD for short. And me and my family have been living on this island for about 70 years. It all happened one day. My whole family disappeared. My mother, my father, and my brother. First, it started with my mother. She died in a boating accident. She went on a boat ride with my dad, and she fell off the boat, and my dad, who was trying to help her, reversed the boat, and she got sucked into the motors and got scrambled. Yes, the death of my father was very traumatic. He went out on the kayak to try and retrieve some of my mother's body parts to reassemble her for the burial. Yeah. So he went out on the kayak and the kayak tipped over and he just drowned and just flailing for like 10 minutes, just pleading for help, and I was just on the dock watching, but I knew there was nothing I could do because he was like 6 feet away from the dock. This one's the strangest one because I didn't actually see him die. So after the death of both of our parents, about 30 minutes after my dad had drowned in the lake, we were going to go watch some movies. So my brother was in the living room picking the movie, and I went to go to the bathroom to wash my hands and, because we're watching a movie. I came back like 2 minutes later and the back door was wide open and my brother was just gone. And I searched the back for like 2 minutes and I just couldn't find him, and it was just too difficult, so I think he died. This happened 4 years ago.
Now, you haven't mentioned in this interview, but you've spoken to me off camera. Naturally, you've mentioned cannibalistic tribes. Have you actually seen them?
I've not seen them directly, but I've seen undeniable proof that the tribe exists. One time, when I was done canoeing, I put the canoe up on the dock, and I put the oar up against the wall. I went out the next day and the oar was on the ground and my canoe was in the lake.
This normally sees risky weather conditions. Would you imagine it's the wind, perhaps?
I couldn't imagine it. And, I also keep finding nookshooks around my house. Like, Nookshok. Nookshook. If you don't know what it is, they're the little rocks that are shaped like people. They keep leaving those all over my property, and just to mess with my head, and it always affects me. And it couldn't be animals, so it has to be the tribe. Like, there's no other explanation.
Now, it seems at a tender age you've gone through many horrific events.
Mm.
We like to usually put people in this little category known as PTSD, or otherwise known as post-traumatic stress disorder. I think you fit the bill of PTSD, wouldn't you say so yourself?
I don't really know what that is, because here we didn't really give people titles because that was mean. But I would say probably not because there's not a lot of stress.
So you've said you've been here for 70 years. Now, do you mind me asking your actual age?
That's a tricky question because I stopped counting a while ago. So I'm either between the ages of 7 and 46 because I stopped counting right around there.
Well, Timothy Jacob Daniels.
TJD.
We're friends.
Yeah.
This looks like a wrap. I very much appreciate the interview and you letting me obviously do this in such chaotic times.
Yes, of course.
It's been an honor.
I told you there was a haunting here. I told you.
What's going on?
Did you hear that?
Did you just fart? Oh, I'm scared. Is this the way?
I told you.
I'm so startled. What, you need this?
Yes.
This is so real. That's the dumbest idea I've ever heard. Timothy! TJD!
I'm over here now.
You gotta be shitting me.
You're going the wrong way.